Hey guys, so right now we're going to be taking a look at a retro game. This is Top Gear Rally for the Nintendo 64. This is a 1997 release, so it makes it a pretty vintage game at this point. It's 20 years old, since today is 2017. But, we're just going to be basically playing it as I'm kind of loading the game. As you can tell, it has a good amount of options. You have different laps, you have different tracks, you have cars, you have different types of conditions, rain, fog, snow. Let's see here, I'm going to pick, I think, just regular sunny type conditions. You have a couple cars. Now, of course, they're not licensed vehicles, but I guess you could say they do resemble some cars in real life. I'm not particularly sure which one. You have handling types here. I actually tried a couple of the handling types, and to me they all basically seem alike. So you'll see as I'm going to be playing the game how bad the drive actually is. I mean, it's no comparison to even the original Forza on Xbox. Alright, so we're about ready to go here. I'm gonna basically load the first level and let's see what it looks like. So here it is. Right now we're in the regular first person point of view. I guess you can call this inside the vehicle. Today you would see a dashboard of the car, you would see a steering wheel. Here we have a different view. This is one of my favorite views. I usually play this kind of top up view. So as I'm driving, of course I'm doing a terrible job. I'm sorry for how bad this looks. But the frame rates are pretty good. Really don't have any problem seeing, I guess, what's in front of me. Of course, here I can't even figure out how to go reverse because it's not what you would expect. It's not like the regular A or B, which is, normally you press the brake, and if you keep holding the brake, you see the reverse lights go on and the car goes into reverse. Here it's a little bit different. It actually took me a while to figure it out. But here we go. We're playing it. The handling sucks. I mean, the car is extremely skiddy. You could tell that I'm steering and it's just basically going bad, and it looks like I'm driving on asphalt here. Of course the sides are some kind of dirt or gravel, but I'm pretty sure that this is asphalt that I'm driving on, so I don't understand why it's handling in such a pathetic way. So I think by now I'm kind of getting the hint. Well, I guess I'm getting the point of how to control it a little bit better. I'm doing a little better. There basically is just a whole bunch of drifting. So let's see what the rest looks like. Well, here I'm trying to figure out how to go reverse, so you could tell it's taking me a while. And finally, let's see if I get it or not. So yeah, I got it eventually. I honestly don't know if I could repeat that move. It was fairly complicated. So I'm going the wrong way. Now I'm kind of stuck. So let me just go back and let's see what else we got here. I think I basically just reset the game because I was so frustrated at it at the time. But I mean, would I consider this to be a cool game to get today, 20 years later? I don't see why not. I mean, it's very cheap. I think I paid $6 for it. That was including shipping. So it's extremely cheap. It is relatively playable, I guess, if you want to spend a whole bunch of time playing it. But it does bring back a good nostalgia feel. But I do gotta say, I do like the fact that there's minimal loading time. Unlike most CD or optical based systems, let's say the PS4 or Xboxes, their load times are pretty up there. You have to sign into accounts all the time. Here you just basically go. It's arcade style gameplay. This is, I guess, at the time I used to play Cruisin' USA and Cruisin' America and Cruisin' Exotica. Those were very cool games. They had their own arcade counterparts. This one, I guess, wasn't as popular at the time. Although maybe if I was a little older, I would have probably watched the show Top Gear on BBC. I currently do watch that show, so I probably would have liked this game more. Maybe, I guess, the older audience that watched that show probably wound up buying this game, but I'm not sure. I'm going to tell you that's the case or not. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the options this game offers. So here we have, you can change the units, we have different controller configurations, you have save options, load options, Let's see what else we got going on here. Here's actually, this was something important to look at. I probably should have looked this up before. Although I did press the brake, it says that green button. But I gotta tell you, you don't just press the green button and it doesn't just go back. It's not that easy. You also have to hold the actual analog stick backwards. So you have to hold it back and you have to press the brake, which is kind of silly. Normally you just press the brake and the car goes reverse. Here you have different types of cars, or I guess we're gonna try to see whether we can paint it. You have a whole bunch of features where you can, I guess, paint or adjust or color the different body panels. Years ago, I probably would have found this entertaining. I remember playing Gran Turismo and designing my car and modifying it. It was very, very fun when you were a kid. Today, I would have absolutely no desire to do this, but of course, I'm older now. But it's still neat that they have this feature. I mean, this is a 20-year-old game. At this point in time, games were nowhere close where they are today. The N64 was really one of the first 3D oriented gaming platforms, and really, I guess you could say it excelled at the time. Of course, if they went with a disc-based media, it would probably be a lot better. So here, we're just basically I guess making different lines in the paint. If you want to do a racing stripe on your car, you could do that. But anyways, there it is, guys. That was just a short look at this 20-year-old video game. If you guys have any questions about anything, you want to see some other cars or levels, let me know down in the comments down below. As always, thanks for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe.